Welcome inside Hastings Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Another edition of Royals TV. My name is Mark Pare, taking you through the action. The London Majors are in town to take on the Royals on this chilly Saturday afternoon. We're already one batter in as Toby Simmons reached first on a throwing error from the second baseman, Mark Nellis. Now, Ken Sugi is up to bat here, the right fielder, looking to square up to bunt. Throw over to second, and Simmons gets in there safely. So already, just a couple of minutes into this one, the Majors have a runner in scoring position. Majors in the middle portion of a 3-3 weekend, losing to Toronto last night 8-4. Giving up 4 runs in the top of the 10th inning. On the hill, the reigning pitcher of the year in the IBL, Jacob Cush, getting the start here this afternoon. Matthew Ward catching the balls and strikes. Sugi squares up to bunt, and that one misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here on Kenneth Sugi, playing out in right field. Cush, the delivery. That one's put up high. Playable. It's getting into the Bermuda Triangle. Who's going to get to it? It will be Andy Leader making the catch. So let's look at the lineup 1 through 9 for the London Majors. Toby Simmons already leading things off. Ken Sugi, the right fielder. Francisco Fajardo is the shortstop today. Caden Cardoso batting cleanup. Eduardo De Olio, the catcher. Josh Niles, the third baseman. Ty Mosher is the DH. Dre Amaral is the second baseman. And Adrian Harrison wrapping things up in the 9-hole for the Majors here this afternoon. So already, again, a runner in scoring position. Great bunt laid down there by Fajardo over to first. And they'll get Fajardo, but Simmons will advance to third. Just some good small ball being played there by the Majors here in the early going. So a sac bunt for Fajardo, and that'll bring up Caden Cardoso. The delivery from Cush, swing and a miss for strike number 1. Cardoso batting .444 on the season. "12 hits, 9 of them extra base hits. Holds off on the swing. It goes just under the knees for a ball. Joel Goom calling the balls and strikes in behind home plate. Mike Guthrow is the first base umpire, and working over at third is Dania Newell, as that'll be put down the left field line. Foul. Well foul. A good breeze moving outward, a friendly breeze for these hitters here this afternoon. Already a pair of outs. Here's the payoff. That's put into foul territory, and Takamatsu coming over. Ashton Patterson, Andy Leader, and Alvarez, David Alvarez, I should say, from left to right in the outfield on defense. Garrett Takamatsu is the third baseman. Blake Simpson coming back in for the Guelph Royals, just signing earlier on in the last 24 hours. He's at short. Mark Nellis is the second baseman. Liam Wilson is at first. Ethan Hammond is the DH today. Well outside, evens the count at 2-2. Guelph, their first action of the weekend, played on Sunday, last Sunday, an 11-8 victory over the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Right into Nellis. He'll make the grab, and we will head to the bottom of the first as the Majors strand a runner. We'll see what happens. Bottom of the first upcoming for the Guelph Royals. You are watching Royals TV. Welcome back to Royals TV. Mark Pare here in the broadcast booth on a chilly Saturday afternoon. Bottom of the first upcoming. Zandy Leader holds off on the pitch there from Jose Arias for ball number 1. The delivery. Leader gets a beat on that one, and it will get right into the glove. Too much air as Toby Simmons gets underneath it to retire Leader. Adrian Harrison, Toby Simmons, and Ken Sugi from left to right in the outfield for the Majors today. Josh Niles, Francisco Fajardo, Dre Amaral, and Caden Cardoso is your infield from left to right. That was the 4 infielders that started last night's game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Eduardo De Olio, the catcher here, once again catching Jose Arias. Upstairs for ball number 1, Blake Simpson. His second year in the IBL, he was very much in and out of the Royals lineup a year ago. Hold off, and that catches a bit of the black for strike number 1. Fans not liking that one. Simpson playing in the MLB Draft League last year. And spent this past spring with the Missouri Tigers, playing some Division I ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Gets a beat on that one into left field and right over to make the catch is Harrison. So a pair of fly balls for the Royals and 2 retired. Andy Leader, Blake Simpson, and Garrett Takamatsu are your top 3 in the lineup today for the Guelph Royals. Liam Wilson batting cleanup. Matthew Ward, the catcher, in the 5-hole. Ethan Hammond, David Alvarez, Mark Nellis, and Ashton Patterson rounding out 1 through 9 for the home side here this afternoon. Outside, missing. Arias in his 4th appearance of the season, his 3rd start. That one went a bit high. 2 balls, no strikes. Arias, his last start came in Kitchener on Sunday, part of that 8-6 win. He was solid, didn't get the strikeouts, but was able to bring his team back into it. Gave up a whole lot of early runs. It was 5-0 for the Panthers in that one, but the Majors, led by Arias, really shut that offense down. Just 1 hit in the final 7 innings for the Panthers in that one, as Arias led the charge, going 6 innings in that one, giving up the 3 earned runs, 6 hits. That one's popped up. Stays in the infield. Calling for it there is Fajardo. He'll make the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for the London Majors. As we go to break, we're through 1 here at Hastings Stadium. No score between the Majors and the Royals. Welcome back to Royals TV. As we head to the 2nd inning, Eduardo De Olio getting set up. Jacob Cush starting his 2nd inning of work. His 3rd start of the season. A .337 ERA. Took the loss in Brantford in his season debut back on May 18th. Struck out 6 in that one in 4 innings of work. He's been consistently going 4 innings so far this year, so it looks like Dino Ramel might be just trying to ease him back into the season and perhaps see some perhaps 5 innings, 6 innings of work. That's a bouncer. Hops on Takamatsu over to first and not in time as De Olio leads things off, getting on base. It will be a single. They're not going to charge Takamatsu with the error. And that'll bring up Josh Niles. And again, for Cush, his last outing came on the 25th. That last game against the Barnstormers. Going 4 innings in that one, just gave up 3 hits, well inside and a bit upstairs. Gave up the run, walked 2, struck out 4, faced 20 batters. Again, that workload you'll probably see go up as the season goes along. There's a swing and a miss from Josh Niles, who made a season debut last night. Looked strong for the Royals, or the Majors in that one. Got a double, a walk, reached on an error once against the Leafs. It was a very tight ball game. Put right to the second baseman, and Nellis is going to retire the lead runner. That's just a good job there by Nellis, trying to go in to make that diving catch. But it fell in front of him, and by then, Eduardo de Olio was a bit crossed up and just didn't run right down the baseline, didn't get over to second base, and they'll just retire him, and Niles will reach on the fielder's choice. Strike 1 on Ty Mosher. Well outside, evens the count at 1-1. Mosher, the Dutton, Ontario native, his second year in the IBL. Played 2 seasons with the Davenport Panthers. Playing some D2 baseball down in the States. Alumnus of both the Great Lakes Canadians and the St. Thomas Tomcats. The 1-2 from Cush, swing and a miss, he got him. First strikeout of the game for Jacob Cush. And that's the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Dre Amaral, the former Kitchener Panther. So again, de Olio was retired on the 4-6. Gets a strike here on Amaral. Paints a bit of the black on the outside as Cush gets it to the edge of the strike zone. Payoff pitch upcoming here. Holds off under the knees. Ward keeps it in front of him. Amaral signing back in February with the Majors. The delivery puts that one high and well into foul territory. As again, the flags are fluttering quite a bit. You see a couple of guys out there wearing some longer sleeves. The temperature up and in the strike zone for strike number 3. Dre Amaral arguing it all the way, but that is going to do it. Pair of strikeouts for Jacob Cush to get out of it. They strand a runner, and it remains scoreless here at Hastings Stadium. Welcome back to Royals TV here in Hastings Stadium, and here comes the multi-time IBL All-Star Liam Wilson to lead things off for the Guelph Royals, a longtime Kitchener Panther, also a former Hamilton Cardinal. We'll step in here to try to lead things off and try to get that average up from where it is right now. He's had a slow start. Right over to Niles, over to first in time. They'll get the out. As Liam Wilson is now 1 for 13 to start the season. It's a bat that doesn't stay quiet for long, though. So, you know, when he has one big game, many more are sure to follow. As Matthew Ward will step in. Right at the knees for strike number 1. Arias needed just 11 pitches to get out of the first inning. The delivery, and that's in for a strike. Very quickly, Arias pounding the strike zone. DeOlio setting up more outside. Sent over to Amaral. Over to first. In time, and they'll get the out. So Arias making some quick work of these batters. Pitching to initiate contact, but it's slow contact. It is soft contact here in the second inning. Not like what we saw in the first inning where we saw 3 flyouts. One of them, of course, was in the infield, but the other 2, Leader and Simpson, got a whole lot of wood on the baseball, but not enough. Right across for a strike, just below belt level for Ethan Hammond, the DH. Puts that one foul. Hammond in his 4th year in the IBL, former IBL second-team All-Star in 2022. Was the runner-up for IBL Rookie of the Year that year. The 0-2 just missing outside. The Oakville native just turned 25 back in March. Puts that one looking for the hole between the third and the shortstop. Throw over to first, not in time, as that throw forces Caden Cardoso off the bag, and with 2 away, Hammond reaches base. It will be a single. It's a got by one, not the other. Fajardo, right at the edge of the outfield grass, gets a glove on it, tried to make that throw over to first, but Cardoso had to go track that baseball, came off the bag, and Hammond is able to reach. Here comes David Alvarez, the right fielder. First pitch he sees puts it into left field, a base hit. 2 straight singles here for the Royals. And it's the bottom of the order starting to get things done here as they start to get to Arias here in the second inning. Now here comes Mark Nellis. Who is actually making his season debut. Check there by Arias. And just below the knees for ball number 1. Nellis is one of the call-ups from the Mississauga Tigers program. Upstairs, 8 call-ups from the Mississauga Tigers make up that floating call-up roster for the Guelph Royals. Check over to second base. And that one gets through the hole. Hammond getting the wave. Throw into home and not in time. The Royals lead. An RBI single for Mark Nellis brings home Ethan Hammond. Circle the wagon, Guelph Royals, as the bottom of the roster, 3 straight singles, brings home a run. The delivery upstairs for ball number 1 here on Ashton Patterson. Patterson, the Kitchener native in his 4th IBL season, all with the Royals. Graduate of the University of Guelph, former Guelph Silver Creek. Making a name for himself now as a full-time member of the Royals organization. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Patterson got a lot of time in the playoffs last season, was a regular left fielder, particularly in the IBL finals against Pare. The 1-1, skies that one up high, but it's going to go in behind the grandstands here at Hastings. So a reset with a 1-2 count here on Patterson, the number 9 hitter in the lineup today. Arias delivers upstairs, 2-2. Patterson hitting .250 on the season, 2 for 8 overall, both of those being singles. Has walked 3 times, and he gets a piece of it to stay alive. Hit .405 in the postseason in 2024. Walked 10 times, only struck out 8 times. Had a .220 average during the regular season in 2024. Arias deals the 2-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. And that'll do it for the second inning, but the Royals get one across. It's 1-0 Guelph over the London Majors as we head to break. Third inning upcoming here from Hastings. This is Royals TV.
Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. Yeah, I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up. I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up.
Hardline drive up the middle. Whoa! Lindor out of nowhere. How did he do that?
That Lindor can play. I don't know about that hair. And don't get me started on those gloves.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
It's time for a revolution. The Ref 1X by Rollins.
Third inning here at Hastings Stadium. Welcome back to Royals TV. As the London Majors looking to get to Jacob Cush here. The Royals got one in the second to make it 1-0. First contact there for Adrian Harrison over to first in time. One pitch, one out for Jacob Cush. 31 pitches for Cush. Needed 17 to get out of the second. So again, you'd like to see around a dozen, 12 to 15 pitches, ideally from your starter per inning, to try to stretch it out. But again, we'll have to see what the plans are for Dino Ramel for his ace here this afternoon. Does he go 4? Do you stretch him out to go 5? Do you stretch him out to even try to go 6? That one misses outside. But he could afford, he can afford to try to utilize that bullpen a little bit. But, I mean, if Cush is cooking, why even bother going into the bullpen? Let your guy do what he does. The Royals have today's game, as there's a big strikeout there, swing and a miss on Toby Simmons. And then the Royals will go into Bernie Arbor Stadium in Hamilton tomorrow afternoon for a 2:05 first pitch. So you do have that game to worry about as well in terms of wondering what arms you're going to use. And then you host Chatham-Kent this upcoming Tuesday too. So there are some games to worry about, as Ken Sugi will put that one into the outfield. Over to make the catch is Alvarez. And that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning. Quick work for Jacob Cush. Let's go to break. Still 1-0 Royals as we head to the bottom of the third. You're watching Royals TV. Welcome back to Guelph Royals TV as Andy later puts that one out of play. Jose Arias up to 30 pitches as well. So very similar to what we're seeing with Jacob Cush in terms of the pitch count. But do we see a quick inning here from Arias? That one's put up high and out of play. Andy flew out to center field back in the first. Holds off on the swing. Check over to first. They say he didn't go around. Number of games. We got a full slate on a Saturday. And the timing is so structured where it is nonstop IBL baseball. If you are a fan of this league, and a diehard fan of this league at that, you have 7 hours of all kinds of baseball to watch today with 4 games on the slate. This is the lone one happening right now as Kitchener and Brantford will get underway at 2 Eastern. The 2-2 lined over, and that one is mishandled by Fajardo. A hot shot right to the shortstop. It gets into the outfield, and Andy Leader gets on with a base hit. There is a contemplation that that might be an error to Fajardo, but no sirree, Bob. That was a very tough play to make if you're the shortstop, and Andy Leader will get the single and get on base. Blake Simpson now up, flew out to left field in the first. Takes that one over for a strike. Quite the lively crowd here at Hastings Stadium today. A great crowd as the grandstands are packed. The outfield lines, everybody bringing out their picnic chairs and bundling up in their sweaters and their plaid. Great day for some baseball as that one's going to be set right over to Cardoso. They'll get the lead runner over to first, not in time. So they'll get Leader on the 3-5, and Simpson reaches on the fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Garrett Takamatsu. And Garrett has been steady as she goes this season, hitting .545 coming into today. That one just misses on the outside. And Garrett, again, just very patient at the plate. Put one up high, caught by the shortstop back in the first inning. 6 for 11 on this young 2025 campaign. Puts that one into center field, and it'll be grabbed there by Simmons. Just got too much underneath it. So what you're seeing there from Takamatsu is, again, making the contact, and he's getting it done early on, too. As the outfield has had some work to do here. And here comes Liam Wilson. And again, folks, it's only a matter of when, not if, when this guy gets rolling. Took the season off last year. Throw over to first, not in time. Was a big part of that 2019 team. He went to the Kitchener Panthers halfway through that 2019 season and instantly became a fan favorite. He was consistently on base, consistently getting some runs, part of that 2019 run to the IBL final. Joins a team that was in the final last season. Yeah, multi-time first-team All-Star, 21, 22, and 23. He was the first-team All-Star at first base in this league. Holds off. The runner goes to second base, sliding in, safe. Bit of an extra half second. Oh, and now it's going to go into the outfield. Here comes Blake Simpson. He's running home. They're giving it a shot. The Royals Lead 2-0. The Majors defense handcuffed in that situation. Oh me, oh my. That was a throw into second to try and get Simpson, trying to steal. No idea where that baseball is. It's in shallow center field, far enough away where the center fielder is trying to come in and play it, and Simpson is able to advance from first base all the way home on a massive gaff by the Majors defense. The Royals up 2-0 here in the third. As the Majors will have to just try to settle in here as that one goes down under the knees and puts the count at 1-2. We see the chat, folks. Fill up that chat. We love to hear from you. And I'm the only one calling this game, so give me something, some fun topics to talk about as we try to fill in the air here this afternoon in the midst of all of this baseball, as Dre Amaral will take that slow roller over at second, gets it over to first, and the Royals have one on the board yet again in the third. It's 2-0 Guelph over the London Majors as we head to break. We'll be back after this. This is Royals TV. Welcome back to Royals TV. Mark Pare here in the broadcast booth live from Hastings Stadium. We'll go back to that scoring play here just to explain exactly what happened. I missed part of it, admittedly, because I was checking my notes as this game goes along to make sure I have everything scored right down here. So, here's what happened. Simpson gets into second base safely on the stolen base. Play comes back to the pitcher Arias. He notices that Simpson is a little bit too far off of second base towards third, trying to pick him off, throws it back. The shortstop not paying attention in this situation. It goes into the outfield. Simpson recognizes it, gets his way to third, sees the outfielder Simmons, who bobbles the ball in the outfield, and that allows Simpson to get all the way home to make it 2-0. So for those that are just trying to catch up, that is what happened to make it 2-0. What a sequence there as Simpson turns a stolen base into a run. And here we are yet again as Jacob Cush has retired his last 5, including 3 strikeouts. Francisco Fajardo, the shortstop, in the batter's box here. Sacrifice bunt his last time up. Misses upstairs. Fajardo was a signing of the Toronto Blue Jays back in 2019. Played in the minor leagues for 3 seasons with the Jays. Including with the Vancouver Canadians in 2022. That misses well outside for the walk. So the leadoff batter gets on board here for the London Majors here in the 4th. That'll bring up Caden Cardoso, who again has been red hot, the odds-on favorite for IBL Player of the Month. He'll get set up here in the batter's box. There's a strike as Jacob Cush pounds the strike zone. So 2-0 Guelph over the Majors. Throw over to first, not in time. So they try to get Fajardo. Cardoso from Abbotsford, BC. Big Vladdy Guerrero fan. Not Vladdy Jr., but Vladdy Sr. Loved the Angels. Saw a couple of games as a kid out west, but as he was telling me, went to a couple of games live as a kid, both in Seattle and down in California, but they were both on Sundays. Vladdy doesn't play Sundays. As there's a strikeout on Cardoso. First out of the inning. Now Jacob Cush, 37 pitches to get out of 3 innings of work. It's the exact same output for Jose Arias, so both of these pitchers, very similar lines here in the early goings of this ball game. Throw over to first, not in time. And in fact, here's one for you folks. Through 3 innings, Jose Arias, 37 pitches, 25 of them going for strikes. Through 3 coming into the 4th inning for Jacob Cush, 37 pitches, 25 going for strikes. You want to talk about a pitcher's duel? They are going pitch for pitch, Arias and Cush. Eduardo D'Olio reached on a single back in the 2nd inning. Makes some contact over to Takamatsu. Looks off second, gets it over to first in time. Take the outs where you can get them. 2 away here in the 4th. And it's just a good heads-up play by Tak to glove that one down. Fajardo had some wheels, got into second base. They're not getting them, and throw it over to first. Get the out for D'Olio. Now there's 2 away here for Josh Niles. The St. Thomas native in his 5th IBL season, first in the pinstripes. Holds off well outside. As you can see, the delivery there from Jacob Cush, a bit of a curveball, trying to find that outside corner, but just missed it. Swing and a miss. Niles, as mentioned, played for the Hamilton Cardinals in his first 4 IBL seasons. Just finished his senior year at Canisius. A number of players on both of these teams have played for Canisius. Swing and misses it, but Ward unable to control it. It goes back into the grass. No harm, no foul, as Fajardo remains on second base. One ball, 2 strikes. The payoff puts it up high, and Ward trying to track it down. Ward looking for it, and he can't make the catch. Good effort there from the catcher, but just couldn't get it to the underhand. It looked like he was starting with the overhand, but trying to get it with the scoop. Just hit the inside of the hand, and it drops. And for those that are wondering about, obviously, the quality of the broadcast, it's a work in progress, folks, and I'm going to tell you this right now. Just be happy that we are on the air in the first place. Rome wasn't built in a day. In for a strike, and that will get us out of the inning. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Royals 2, Majors no score. This is Royals TV. Welcome back. This is Royals Television. Mark Pare here in the broadcast booth. Matthew Ward due up. As it'll be Ward, Hammond, and Alvarez due up. The Royals leading it 2-0, and that paints the inside for strike number one. Ward grounded out to the second baseman back in the second inning. The delivery, and that's set up high. Into the outfield. Simmons camping underneath it. He'll make the catch. So one away here in the fourth. That'll bring up Ethan Hammond. He was the one that put up the first run of the ball game, coming across, singling and scoring on the RBI single from Mark Nellis. Arias deals, painting the inside for a strike. The 0-1 fouls that one back. And for those also with the commentary about cameras and whatnot, this brings me back to the finals last year. Cameras that we no longer have access to at this juncture. We had cameras sitting on poles, actually, just in behind the backstop. And if you recall, had one of those baseballs fouled off, and actually knocked down one of those cameras. I believe that might have been in the finals. The 0-2 under the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And missing yet again. Arias trying to get low in the zone the last couple of pitches, but not getting it. Not missing by much either. Looking for De Olio to perhaps maybe frame it a little bit higher. The 2-2. Puts that one into right field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So Hammond gets on board. He's 2 for 2 here today, and that'll bring up David Alvarez.
Your right fielder, number 24, David Alvarez.
He'll be familiar with Caden Cardoso, both of them spending time with the Ottawa Titans in camp this past spring. My apologies, folks. I have my Alvarez's mixed up. Delivery. Bouncer. They'll get the runner. Oh, and they will not. Gaff yet again on defense for the Majors. Everybody's safe.
Your second baseman, number 9, Mark Nellis.
So Alvarez reaches on the error, and that'll go to Fajardo. One out here for Mark Nellis with 2 runners on board. As they try to get the lead runner. That misses downstairs. Now, David Alvarez is actually a junior-aged player, but he's part of the 28-man roster. The 1-0. And that'll go in for a strike. Nellis working second base today, has an RBI on his ledger here today. Fouls that one back. Almost hit one of the speakers, actually, near the top of the grandstands. And Nellis, part of that Mississauga Tigers contingent. Spent some time with the Royals a season ago. Saw a lot of time with the Royals, actually, as they tried to get guys back. That one downstairs. Action just getting underway in Kitchener. The Brantford Red Sox and the Panthers doing battle just down Highway 7. Other games also happening this afternoon. That one downstairs. A 4:05 first pitch from Athletic Culture Stadium in Barrie. It'll be the Baycats and the Cardinals today. And at 7:05 Eastern, it will be the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers hosting the undefeated Welland Jackfish. A perfect 5-0 to start the season are the Fish. Jose Arias checks on the second base runner. That one downstairs, and the bases are loaded. Mark Nellis gets the walk. And that'll bring up Ashton Patterson, who struck out in his last time at the dish. Big moment here for Patterson, who could really do some damage here with a base hit. That's in for a strike, and Patterson not too thrilled. Makes contact there. Hopper over to Amaral, over to first, and in time they'll get the out, but a runner scores to make it 3-0. With one out, bases loaded. If you're getting out, at the very least, you score a run, and that's exactly what Patterson did there with a sacrifice hit. It advances the runners, too, so a pair of runners in scoring position as we reset to the top of the order for Andy Leader. And that'll paint the black for a strike. Leader 1 for 2 today. Holds off on the pitch. It looked like it was in on the hands anyway. Good patient approach there from Andy. Arias resets. Misses outside. Two and one the count here on Leader. Singled back in the third. The 2-1 inside yet again. Leader very patient here. Another guy that they're trying to get going. Has that 1 for 2 outing so far here today. Came into today 1 for 18. Puts that one up high. Playable in the infield. Niles leaves it to Fajardo, and Fajardo makes the catch. Fajardo's having a heck of a time out there at shortstop, but is able to bring that one in to end the inning. They'll strand runners on base, and it is 3-0 for the Guelph Royals as we head to break. Fifth inning coming from Hastings Stadium. After this, don't go anywhere. This is Royals TV. Welcome back to Royals TV. 3-0 Guelph. And first pitch delivered for ball number 1 on Ty Mosher. Cush 53 pitches in. 2 balls, no strikes. as Mosher has struck out already. Won't strike out this time. He flies it into left field. It's going to drop. Base hit for the DH. Got caught in no man's land between Simpson and Patterson, and just didn't have that communication going in between the two of them. All that said, it will be a single for Mosher. And that'll bring up Dre Amaral. Bunt attempt here. Grab there by Jacob Cush. It stayed in the air, so that's an out. Just could not get that ball down. Amaral will be retired on the grab there by the pitcher. So here comes Adrian Harrison as Ty Mosher remains on first. Trying to get a quick inning here. Throw over to first, not in time. Harrison grounded out back in the third inning of play. Cush deals, just missing at the knees. Ward was trying to frame it up, trying to bring that glove up a little bit more to try to get that ball into the strike zone, but Joel Goom says no. Puts that one into left field. Is it going to drop? No, it will not. Ashton Patterson comes over to make a great catch on the run. Good read by Ashton coming over. Him and Leader having some great communication out there, and that's what Leader brings into that outfield. He's always been a great communicator out there, comes into the Royals organization last season, primarily playing out in right. Coming into center today, J.D. Williams on the bench. There's a strike for Toby Simmons. So a little bit more of a natural position there for Leader as he's able to command that outfield with Patterson and Alvarez. The 0-1 right at the knees for a strike. Got it that time. Looking for a payoff here. The delivery puts that one into left center. It's going to drop for a base hit for Toby Simmons. So Simmons coming into today, last night his first game in the IBL without a hit. It's been El Fuego to start the season. Leading the league with a .464 average. Didn't have a hit last night. Didn't have a hit coming into this inning, in fact. So he reached on an error in the first, struck out in the third, but now he's got a base hit to try to pump that average up yet again. Ken Sugi flew out to center and right his first two times up. As the Royals would like to try to get out of this inning unscathed. 3-0 the score. The delivery right in for a strike. Sugi hitting .357 on the season. Hitting his fifth game. 5 hits coming in, a double and a triple. And that one's going to hit him to load the bases. And it caught Ward slightly there too. A bit of a ricochet effect. Clips Sugi and hits Ward as he's going to need a moment here to shake that one off. But once he shakes that one off, here comes Francisco Fajardo, who could give the Royals the lead by putting this one over the fence. Easier said than done, though. The delivery to start things off misses well outside. Fajardo with out an actual at-bat in this game. Sack bunt in the first, walked in the fourth. Puts that one up high. It's playable here for Ward. He's looking for it. Ward makes the catch. That'll retire the side. A phenomenal catch in foul territory by Matthew Ward. They leave the bases juiced. It's 3-0 Royals. Bottom of the fifth upcoming here from Hastings. This is Royals TV. Welcome back to Royals TV. Royals 3, Majors no score. Mark Pare here live at Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Glad you can join us on this Saturday afternoon. Starting things off here for the Royals, Blake Simpson, the heart of the order for the Royals. The 2-3-4 hitters due up. Simpson, then Takamatsu, then Wilson. The 3-0, the 1-1 rather, had 3 on the brain, looking at 3-0, and number 3 in the batter's box. Apologies about that one, as it is 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Mr. Simpson. Puts that one up high in center field. Simmons comes over to make the catch. Had to go underhand as he tried to track that ball down. Had to go quite a ways to get to that baseball, but he gets to it to record the outs. And that'll bring up Garrett Takamatsu, who is 0 for 2 here today. Tak, the former IBL MVP back in his Toronto Maple Leaf days. And there's a strike. Tak was trying to sell that one inside. I'll have a quick word with the home plate umpire just to see where the location was. Swing and a miss. As Tak looks to get reset. The 0-2 gets a chopper down the line, but it goes foul. some of the fans here giving it to giving it to the players here. Tuck will get reset. The 0-2 puts that one up high into foul territory. Cardoso tracking it over and right at the edge of the grass makes the catch. And that'll be an out. So 2 away quickly here for the Royals. That'll bring up Liam Wilson. Downstairs for a ball. Again, 3-0 is the score. The Royals have scored 1 run in each of the last 3 innings. Arias gets set here yet again. Wilson puts it up and over the glove. Wilson with a base hit. Is that what starts the charge for Liam Wilson in a Royals uniform? A big power hitter is Liam Wilson. But you'll take the hits where you can get them. Matthew Ward here in the box. The 0-2. 0 for 2 rather. That one misses outside. At least I thought it did. They did call it a strike. Bit of a 50-50 ball. The 0-1 will go out of play. Puts the count at 0-2. We'll try it here yet again. Missing downstairs. And again, Matthew Ward coming in. He was a later signing for the Royals ahead of the season. Is the regular catcher for this team. Swing, and he got a piece of it. Mississauga native, spent 4 years at Niagara University. Was named to the Buster Posey Collegiate Catcher of the Year watch list. Upstairs, 2-2. Ward just looking for the right pitch to swing at. Feels like the crowd is starting to get a little bit more condensed as more people try to find their seats. Upstairs yet again as Ward turns an 0-2 count into a full count. Excellent patience by the catcher. No surprise, Matthew Ward, 571 on the season. Has walked twice. The 3-2. Swing. Gets a piece of it yet again. And De Olio just unable to get a glove on it. Sun's starting to peek through the clouds here on this Saturday afternoon here in Guelph. Mostly cloudy though. Around 12 degrees. Feels like 8. With the wind blowing straight to dead center. The 3-2. Puts that one into left field. Is he going to get to it? No, it'll drop. Circling around to third is Wilson. He'll hold up. Stand up double for Matthew Ward. And that'll put a pair of runners in scoring position for Ethan Hammond, who is 2 for 2.
Your designated hitter, number
Jose Arias. Up to 85 pitches in this ball game. And it looks like a conversation's going to be had here to try to figure out how to play this one if you're the London Majors. Again, a tight situation for London, who might be a tired bunch too, and you know what, that's going to be no excuse. They're not going to give you any excuses whatsoever. It's how the season rolls. The Majors wrapping up action last night in 10 innings against Toronto. That game didn't get finished off until around 11 o'clock. As you probably know, Majors fans, I was calling that game last night at Labatt Park, and I didn't get home into Waterloo Region until about 1:30 in the morning after all the packing and all the wrapping up. Yes, the Majors were able to sleep in their own bed, but you know, probably getting home at around 11:30 at night, right onto the bus early the next morning to get here to Hastings Stadium. It's a quick turnaround, and it'll be a quick turnaround as well going into tomorrow, but at least an evening to kind of rest up and get prepared for a Sunday afternoon tilt. An 0-2 count here on Ethan Hammond. Chopper there, Amaral handles it over to first in time. And that'll retire the side. Wilson and Ward stranded on base. It remains 3-0 Guelph as we head to the 6th here at Hastings Stadium. Stay with us. This is Royals TV.
Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. Yeah, I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up. I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up.
Hard line drive up the middle. Whoa! Lindor out of nowhere. How did he do that?
That Lindor can play. I don't know about that hair. And don't get me started on those gloves.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
It's time for a revolution. The Ref 1X by Rollins.
Welcome back here on Royals TV. Guelph 3, London no score. And it looks like they are stretching out Jacob Cush a little bit more as Caden Cardoso fouls one off. Cush remaining in this game has already gone through 5. Looks like he's going to try for at least 6. Cardoso yet again gets a piece of it. Cardoso 0 for 2 today. A line out to second base, struck out swinging in the 4th, grounds it over to second base, and just a bit of a high throw there from Nellis, but Wilson comes down to tag the bag to get the out.
The catcher, number 26, Eduardo De Olio.
66 pitches for Jacob Cush coming into this inning. First pitch he sees, puts it into left field. It's going to drop in front of Patterson for a base hit. De Olio with a 1-out single. Puts him at 2 for 3 on the afternoon.
Third baseman, number 30, Josh Niles.
I'll bring up Josh Niles. Third baseman, 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice in the second. Cush deals, swing, and he got a piece of it. Niles, as mentioned, making his season debut last night, his first game wearing the pinstripes. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. Last season hitting .240 for the London Majors, got into 32 games. A regular contributor on that Cardinals squad, has played at least 30 games in each of his last 3 seasons. Puts that one into left center. It's going to drop for a base hit. Back-to-back singles here for the Majors, and they're going to try and stretch it out. Sliding into third base safely is De Olio, and advancing to second is Josh Niles. So back-to-back singles. And that will allow for 2 runners to get into scoring position.
Hitter, number 97, Ty Mosher.
Is London starting to get some life? Ty Mosher coming into the box here. Well outside for ball 1. Mosher led things off with a single in the 5th. His lone hit of the ball game. The 1-0, down low, right at the knees. Struck out swinging in the second. One of 5 strikeout victims for Jacob Cush here this afternoon. The 2-0 holds off, but it puts it right near the knees toward the outside for strike number 1. Delivers on the 2-1, swing and a miss. Very quickly out of town scoreboard, the Brantford Red Sox leading the Panthers in Kitchener 2-1 in the bottom of the second inning. 4 games happening in the IBL. 4:05 first pitch in Barrie. Cardinals and Baycats and the Jackfish are in Chatham, Kent at 7:05. The 2-2 outside, and it's a full count. This is a big spot. If you're the Majors at this stage of the game, you got to start getting some hits. You got to start getting some runs along with it. Puts that one over to second base, and a grab made by Simpson to retire Mosher. And that keeps everybody in position. A tough break for the Majors on that one as it kind of handcuffed Mosher. Got the swing into it, didn't get enough contact. Simpson able to make the grab, and 1 out turns into 2. Dre Amaral will have his chance here now. Bunted his last time up. No bunt there. Over to second base. Over to first in time. And the out is recorded. Pair of runners stranded for the Majors. So the home half of the 6th we go. Royals 3, Majors nothing. Here on Royals TV. David Alvarez will lead things off here for the Guelph Royals as we head to the home half of the 6th. Bottom of the order due up for the Guelph Royals, who have put themselves up 3-0. That'll be put out of play. Perhaps catchable. It'll drop just in front of Adrian Harrison going on the run. Alvarez reached on an error in the 4th, singled in the 2nd. He's been stranded both times. Jose Arias delivers. Another one put into a similar position down the line, but it'll go out of play. David Alvarez, the right fielder today, puts that one into foul territory. Good job by Alvarez, just getting some contact on the baseball and running that pitch count up. And there's a swing, and it's a miss. Drop third strike, over to first, scoop and grab, and that will get the out. As DeOlio just stretching it out. Just a good job by him to really settle down that baseball and tracked it down good enough. And just going to quickly check over there, and looks like Eddie's all right. And just good wherewithal to get it over to first base, and that scoop out of the dirt there by Caden Cardoso. Mark Nellis now the batter. Should mention that Alvarez was a Brantford Red Sox last year. Holds off, but it goes across for a strike. Nellis 1 for 1, singled in the second, reached on a walk in the fourth. Again, stranded both times. Eddie trying to frame that one to the outside, but didn't get the call. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 from Arias, right in for a strike. As Arias really starting to find his form. That'll be put over the outstretched glove hand of Amaral and a base hit. It's the old broadcaster jinx, folks. You say that a pitcher's doing well and he gives up a hit a pitch later. As his pitch count climbs closer to the century mark. Arias up to 97 on the afternoon. And remember, the Majors do have that game tomorrow at home. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, as that one's bunted well foul. London will host the Barnstormers. It'll be at 1:05. Not much of a travel for Chatham-Kent, mind you, to get over from the Chatham-Kent area into Labatt Park. But again, that's going to be a quick turnaround for them, who have that evening game here at home against Welland. Swing and a miss for a strike. 0-2 on Patterson. Arias takes the sign. Eddie setting up outside. Well outside, right where he set up. Should mention that Skylar Janice, the closer, did warm up for the Majors in last night's game. Didn't actually get in. You'd imagine that he'll be available here today at some point. The runner's going to go. Put up high by Patterson. Playable. Everybody getting called off. Amaral tags over to first, and they double him up. Great defensive play by the London Majors to get the double play, catching Mark Nellis on the base path, and that'll do it as we head to the 7th. Royals 3, Majors no score. You're watching Royals TV. Welcome back to Royals TV. Mark Pare here at the broadcast booth. Glad you can join us on this Saturday afternoon. The sun is starting to come out yet again. Starting to see a little bit more blue sky here in Guelph. It's well received, let me tell you. The amount of rainouts that we have seen already this season, it has caused havoc with the IBL schedule. Some teams have played as much as 7 games. Yes, I'm talking about the London Majors. That one's going to be put out of play. Some teams, like the Hamilton Cardinals, have only played 3 games all season long. As we get set here in the top of the 7th, that one downstairs. It's an 0-1 count. So that is Adrian Harrison in the batter's box. Watches that one go upstairs. Jacob Cush out here for his 7th inning of work. 5 strikeouts. Some good old-fashioned shutout baseball for him, and that's going to catch Harrison in the hands. Got away from him. As Cush and Goom have a quick word there at home plate. Looks like Harrison is all right. He's just getting checked on walking over to first. May have gotten away from the Royals ace. 81 pitches for Jacob Cush coming into this inning. We'll bring up Toby Simmons. So some slight defensive changes to note. We'll get to that in just a moment as Toby Simmons swings underneath for a strike. Nathaniel Bell comes in for David Alvarez in right field. Swing and a miss yet again, 0-2. Simmons, 1 for 2, reached on an error in the first, throw over to first, not in time. London trailing by 3 as there's a strikeout on Simmons, his 2nd swinging strikeout of the ball game, 6th strikeout of the ball game for the starter for the Guelph Royals. There is some action happening in the pen for Guelph. Don't see exactly who is out there right now, but as Cush climbs closer to 90 pitches in this game, the runner's going to go, throw into second base, well, not in time. Simpson got the glove on it, but Harrison with a great jump to get into scoring position. So as I mentioned, closer to 90 pitches in this outing here for Jacob Cush. His season high already this year. That'll be taken for a strike. This is the 29th batter he has faced in this game. Sugi puts that one on the ground, fielded by Wilson, over to first. Cush touches the bag in time, 2 away. Just a good heads-up play. Just like they teach you, if the first baseman is fielding it, pitcher goes straight to the bag to make sure first base is covered for the outs. Harrison advances to third on the play, and that'll bring up Francisco Fajardo. To their credit, the Majors have been fighting valiantly, getting runners on board. Protection there from Ward as he keeps it in front of him. They have gotten guys on base in 6 of the 7 innings in this game, but they just haven't been able to cash them in. The 1-0. Chopper there on the infield. Nellis, easy play to first in time as we'll head to stretch time with the Royals up by 3. Jacob Cush is through 7 scoreless. Stay with us. This is Royals TV.
Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. Yeah, I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up. I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up.
Hard line drive up the middle. Whoa! Lindor out of nowhere. How did he do that?
That Lindor can play. I don't know about that hair. And don't get me started on those gloves.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
It's time for a revolution. The Ref 1X by Rollins.
Welcome back to Royals TV. New pitcher coming into the ball game for the London Majors, Jose Arias. 102 pitches, goes 6, but Colby Ring is going to come in relief. First pitch thrown, handcuffs Fajardo. It goes into the outfield. Andy Leader gets on with a base hit. A whole lot of hard-hit balls have gone to the shortstop, as they have been pounding the baseball, have the Royals. So back to Colby Ring, making his 4th appearance of the season, a 1.42 ERA. He has been stellar this year. A strikeout to bases on balls ratio, 11 strikeouts, just 2 walks issued all season. He's been strong when called upon. That one into the dirt for ball 1 on Blake Simpson. Last outing came at home against Welland. That 6-2 decision for the Jackfish last Tuesday. Went an inning and 2/3. Didn't give up a run. Gave up just the 1 hit facing 6 batters. Right at the knees for a strike. Struck out 3 in that game. Didn't issue a walk. Comes into this game down, his team down by 3. The 1-1 to Simpson. Into the dirt yet again, and Leader will stay over at first. Leader now 2 for 4 in this game. Simpson reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd and came all the way around to score as part of that wild sequence of events where pickoff attempts just didn't go the Majors' way. Right at the knees for a strike, maybe a little bit above the knees. They'll look to get set up again. That baby blue glove. I'm pretty sure he was shopping with Braden Farrington to get that glove. Throw over to first, not in time. Ring styling with that glove, let me tell you. Simpson getting reset. He's 0 for 2 today. The runner's going to go. In on the hands. That ball is going to drop in center field. Leader advancing over to third and safe. Great piece of base running and good listening to the coach there. They started Leader on the pitch, and that's what gets him to third base. You start the runner. He's already at second base by the time that ball comes down. It was a bit of a risky play as that ball could have been catchable, but it just gets into that sweet spot and puts the runners on the corners. So back-to-back singles to lead off the bottom of the 7th, as that one's going to go down the line foul. Takamatsu 0 for 3 today. Ring getting ready to deliver here to Tack. Right on the edge for a strike. Takamatsu, 545 on the season. 6 for 11 coming into today. A pair of RBIs and a home run. He's only struck out 1 time. He's put the ball in play each of his 3 times at the dish today. They'll start the runner over to second base and not in time. That is going to put another runner in scoring position here for the Royals. Aggressive base running here shown by Guelph. Blake Simpson gets in. And that throw there too, you have the throw by DeOlio, and Amaril's meeting it more in the grass if anything. Didn't really have a chance as Simpson was already into second anyway. That one downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As everybody takes a little bit of time to get refocused. The infield playing in, and now it looks like there's a conversation to be had as both base coaches here for the Royals are coming in to have a word with home plate umpire Joel Goom. And I'm not too sure what this conversation is about. I'm thinking they might have thought that Colby Ring may have balked. And now they're actually going to get together. Let's see what they have here. All 3 umpires coming in to have this conversation. Perhaps a slight movement from Colby Ring. This is very interesting. They're taking a while on this conversation. No instant replay, mind you. So they're not looking at a screen while they're trying to decide this. And no arguments there. Down the first baseline. As Donnie Fell says, all right. Whatever was said, everything remains in place, and it's a 2-2 count here on Takamatsu. The infield playing into the grass. Down low, and it's a full count. Again, runners on second and third. There is still nobody out here in the 7th. And there's a bit of a gap in left center. That could be a juicy meatball for Takamatsu if he puts it in there. Into the dirt yet again as Colby Ring is having some trouble with his command. Bases loaded here for Liam Wilson. A single, and a walk for the Royals.
First baseman, number 45, Liam Wilson.
The bases are juiced for Liam. What does he have in his back pocket? "13 home runs for the Kitchener Panthers in his last full season in 2023. Has hit 7 home runs in each of 21 and 22. So he's got that power, but as I said before, folks, struggling at the plate as a Guelph Royal and just starting to get things rolling here yet again after taking last year off. Has the single in the 5th. His last time up was later stranded over at third. No balls, 1 strike. Upstairs for a ball. Evens the counts. We'll try yet again. That one down the line, foul. We'll try yet again with 1 ball, 2 strikes. And yes, we just have the 1 camera feed, but oh, it looks very much in focus to me. Broken bat. They'll get the 1 over to first in time. They'll get the 2 out, but Leader comes in to score to make it 4-0. A broken bat sack hit for Liam Wilson. And the Guelph Royals add to their lead. I'll bring up Matthew Ward. His Leader comes in to score. Simpson advances to third. We'll see what Ward can do. Hit a double his last time up. Down low. So Jeff McLeod is going to come in and pinch hit for Ethan Hammond, who was on deck. Two away. The 0-2 upstairs misses. Ward 1 for 3 today. Ring gets reset. Upstairs, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ward puts that one out of play. Ring would like to just get out of this evening with no more damage. Just the 1 run on the board here in the 7th. After putting the first 3 runners on, 2 of them with singles. Knocked over to Amaral. Amaral to first in time. They'll get the out. But one run comes in to score. The Majors down by 4 here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Stay with us. This is Royals TV. Welcome back to Royals TV. 4-0 Guelph over London in the top of the 8th inning. Caden Cardoso will be up. He'll take on Nelson Mercado, who comes in for Jacob Cush. Quick out-of-town scoreboard update. Just one active game in the IBL right now. And I had to check twice on this one, folks. The Kitchener Panthers, 14 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning at Jack Couch Park. They lead the Brantford Red Sox 15-2 in the bottom of the 2nd inning. It is a blowout down Highway 7 this afternoon. Here a little bit closer as Guelph has that 4-0 lead. This pitching has really been in focus for Guelph yet again. Best pitching staff in the IBL last year. Jacob Cush, the ace, getting it done for the Royals. Got a few base runners on, but Majors just having trouble getting some runs across. The 1-1 holding off there is Cardoso. Mercado will get reset here. The 2-1 upstairs. Mercado into his first game of the season. The delivery downstairs. 3-1 count. Make it a 4-1 count as Cardoso gets the leadoff walk.
The catcher, number 26, Eduardo De Olio.
Mercado into his 3rd season, or his 4th season, I should say, in the IBL, all with the Royals. Made 4 appearances a year ago, 8 2/3 innings, struck out 14, walked just 2. Has a career 5.44 ERA. That one upstairs. Eddie DeOlio, 2 for 3. Pair of singles on the board. The 1-0, the runner goes. Swing and a miss, and they're going to get Cardoso perhaps. They got him in a rundown, and they will tag Cardoso. Caught in no man's land. And Cardoso is retired. They started the runner, and it was just that backdoor play by Ward throwing over to Wilson. And yet, just another one of those plays where things just haven't gone the Majors' way here this afternoon. Swing and a miss by DeOlio. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mercado getting reset. Ward looking for a pitch down low. Let's see where it goes. Swing and a miss. He got him. A swinging strikeout of Eduardo DeOlio. 2 away here in the 8th.
Third baseman number 30, Josh Niles.
Josh Niles now the batter. He has reached twice in this game. Was stranded in the 6th after hitting the second of back-to-back singles in the 6th for this Majors team. Mercado just looking for some quick outs and try to get the Royals away with a win. And this is just one of those lulls for the Majors. Again, starting the season 5-0, losing last Tuesday to Welland, losing last night to Toronto. Downstairs, 2-1. And it's the ebbs and flows and the ups and downs that a baseball season is going to bring you. The 2-1 for Mercado. That one's fouled well back. Violently, it felt like, as it hit the screen, and it seemed like it hit something. You can hear the reverberation of metal from back here in the broadcast booth. And Niles just trying to shake it off as when he fouled back that pitch, something didn't look exactly right. But it looks like he's all right. May have been that shoulder that he's just trying to readjust. Again, Niles just into his 2nd game of the season. Played last night. Playing here today. The 2-2 puts that one into left center. It's going to drop for a base hit. Going near the warning track, Niles circling around, and he will get into second base standing up. Royal Majors with some life here in the 8th. A pair of hits now for Niles. And it'll be a pinch hitter coming in, the legendary Cleveland Brownlee, who gets a good cheer from the crowd here. Doesn't matter what ballpark he plays in, folks. He is a fan favorite across the IBL. So he looks to bring some life to the team that he has been a part of for over a decade. 15th season, in fact, in the Intercounty Baseball League. One of only 3 batters to hit over 100 career IBL home runs. Mercado gets set, checks the runner at second. Chopper down the line, foul. And again, Brownlee, part of those back-to-back championships in 21 and 22 for the majors. Was a first-team All-Star in 2022. He had a heck of a year that year. Numbers haven't been as great the last couple of seasons for him since that 2022 season. But still a power bat. Swing and a miss. Was a second-team All-Star in 2015 and 2018. 15 home runs in 2022 was his career high. The 0-2, down low, under the knees. 1-2 count. Good eye there from the Atlanta, Georgia native. Josh Niles on second. Mercado, strike away from getting out of it. Down low again. Trying to force that whiff. Nellis playing at the edge of the grass. Simpson a little bit more in a traditional stance over at short, as Brownlee will get a piece of it to stay alive. Again, 2 o'clock first pitch tomorrow for the majors. They'll take on Chatham-Kent at Labatt Park. For the Guelph Royals, in action tomorrow in Hamilton, 2:05 first pitch at Bernie Arbor Stadium. Chopper down the line, foul. Chatham-Kent will be here at Hastings Stadium Tuesday night. Brownlee with a lengthy at-bat here. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Mercado gets out of it. 4-0 Royals, heading to the 8th for the home half. Stay with us. Welcome back to Royals TV. Mark Pare here in the broadcast booth. My apologies, folks, on the score, on the schedule coming up. It is a 1 o'clock first pitch between the Barnstormers and the Majors tomorrow afternoon. So 1 o'clock in London for the Guelph Royals. It's a 2 o'clock first pitch in Hamilton, as Colby Ring delivers strike one on the pinch hitter here, the veteran of 17 years in the IBL, Jeff McLeod. Down low into the dirt. McLeod goes all the way back to 2008, winning a championship with the Brantford Red Sox in his rookie season, as that one's going to hop over Eddie DeOlio. Two and one counts. The elder statesman watches that one go down under the knees for a ball. I wouldn't be shocked if you see McLeod reach base. With the aggressiveness that the Royals have employed on the base path, you might see a pinch runner. But we'll get to that in just a second, as he will indeed get walked.
Your center fielder, number 12, Nathan Bell.
And Nathan Bell will come in. Remember, he subbed in on defense for David Alvarez out in right field. So some new batters in the Royals lineup from what they started with the last couple of batters. Bell, another one of those Mississauga Tigers call-ups. Colby Ring gets the sign under the knees. 2-0. Bell looking, bit of contact to be made here. That one's upstairs, 3-0. Good eye on the baseball. Bell 0 for 2 this season. Has only appeared in 2 games. Both of them came in later in the game. There's a strike. Just watch that one go across. Nellis is on deck. Down low, another ball, and back-to-back walks here for the Royals in the 8th. Nellis, who has been red hot in this game, a pair of singles here today. He might not get to face Colby Ring. Has a meeting at the mound upcoming. Nope, didn't take the baseball out of the hands, so it's just a meeting of the minds. Everybody but the outfielders out there for the Majors trying to figure this one out, seeing if they can get out of a jam. Nobody out, but I'm sure you're probably just trying to draw out perhaps some soft contacts, try to turn a double play. And that could bring up Patterson with a 2-out situation. At worst, you have Jeff McLeod over at third. That's what the Majors are probably thinking here. Ball 1 here on Nellis. Again, 2 for 2, pair of singles. The other at bat didn't turn into a at bat. It was a walk in the 4th. Check the runner. Chopper, grabbed there by Niles. Over to second, over to first in time. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Soft contact, grabbed there, double play. Runner moves over to third base, and there's 2 away here for Ashton Patterson.
For left fielder number 50, Ashton Patterson.
Patterson, the number 9 hitter today. He is 0 for 2. Hit into a double play his last time up. In fact, it was a very odd double play, I should say. That was that call it a 4-4-3, if you will. That was just a good look on defense for the Majors, just over down the first baseline in that situation. There's a strike. That paints the inside. One ball, one strike here on Patterson. That one will go across again. Ring finding the strike zone his last 2 throws here. Payoff pitch could be upcoming with McLeod on third. The delivery into the dirt. Excellent job by Eddie to keep it in front of him. Two balls, 2 strikes here on Patterson. The look, the swing, into left field it goes. McLeod comes in to score. It is 5-0 Royals. An RBI single for Ashton Patterson. And Andy Leader will come up with a runner on board.
Number 11, Andy Leader.
Leader with a pair of singles today. Could do a bit more damage. The inside infielders playing closer to the grass for the Majors. The runner's going to go. And almost, yes, they will cut him in a rundown. No, he's safe. Patterson with the hops to get all the way back in, and he slides in safe under the tag. Good wherewithal by the Majors there. Just trying to catch Patterson, and you know they're going to keep an extra eye on him, knowing that they're probably going to give him the go-ahead again. Down low at the knees. Very aggressive base running today for the Guelph Royals. At some points, it's worked out for them very nicely, particularly on the scoreboard. The 2-2. Foul back. You know, sometimes it just hasn't worked out for them. But the scoreboard is what the scoreboard is at this stage. As the Majors are just trying to find some offense. First of all, they got to get out of this inning. Leader has also flown out twice in this game. Ring delivers. That one down the line and right toward the batting cages here at Hastings Stadium. As Rings Pitch count climbs up above 40. The runner's going to go. Put out of play yet again. Ashton Patterson will have to get back. There's about half a dozen kids just on the other side of the Majors dugout trying to go for those fly balls. Andy's put a couple of them there now. Ring looks. Eddie sets up outside. Leader puts a charge into this one. Perhaps playable. And over to make the catch. Just in front of the warning track is Toby Simmons. Another run comes across. The Royals with a 5-0 lead as we head to the top of the 9th. Stay with us. The Royals looking to close things out here at Hastings Stadium on a Saturday afternoon.
Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. Yeah, I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up. I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up.
Hard line drive up the middle. Whoa! Lindor out of nowhere. How did he do that?
That Lindor can play. I don't know about that hair. And don't get me started on those gloves.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
It's time for a revolution. The Ref 1X by Rollins.
Welcome back to Royals TV. Nelson Mercado still on the hill here. As the Royals looking to close things out here on the London Majors. 5-0 is the score. The Royals, no big innings per se, just a lot of 1, 1, 1 across the board per inning. 1 run in each, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 7th, and the 8th. Dre Amaral, Adrian Harrison, and Toby Simmons due up here for the London Majors, but that is not Dre Amaral. In fact, there is a pinch hitter in this game. That is Champ Garner. And in for strike 3. As Garner goes down looking. As Roop goes to his bench to try to figure something out with this offense. Harrison was hit by a pitch back in the 7th inning. Puts that one up high into center field. Andy Leader will camp underneath it to make the catch. Pair of quick outs here for the Royals, and they're 1 out of away from the win. Last chance here for London with Toby Simmons coming up. 1 for 3. Outside for ball 1. Mercado resets outside for ball 2. It is a 5-0 lead for the Royals. Right at the knees for a strike. Simmons looked it off. It's Mercado, very aggressive here in the strike zone. That one put out of play. Mercado a strike away. As the fans come to their feet full throat here at Hastings. The 2-2, and that hops over the glove of Ward. Fans will try to get loud here again to try to finish this game off. Three balls, 2 strikes. It's a full count. Here for Mercado on Simmons. The payoff. In for strike 3, and that's the ball game. Simmons goes down looking. Mercado finishes it off. The Royals blank the Majors. 5-0 the final. As the Royals, again, with a run in the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th, the 7th, and the 8th, just chipped away at the offense, took advantage of some mistakes on defense. They were sharp on offense as well. They were sharp on the base paths, very aggressive on the base paths, I should say. Able to take advantage of some errors that the Majors made in this one. The Majors have now lost 3 straight ball games. The Guelph Royals, after starting 0-2 on the year, they have now won 3 straight to put themselves over 500 here in 2025. Well, thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon from Hastings Stadium. The final score 5-0. The Guelph Royals are on the road tomorrow afternoon for a 2 o'clock first pitch in Hamilton. The Majors are at home for a 1 o'clock first pitch against the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. My name is Mark Pare, saying so long from Hastings Stadium. Again, the final score, the Guelph Royals 5, the London Majors 0.